You're listening to Sister Stargazers, celestial and terrestrial observations and advice from two real-life sisters. Welcome, fellow Stargazers. The sisters are in the house. Hello, Jude.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed. We are here at episode 17, the 2nd of January, Sunday, through Saturday, the 8th of January, 2022. And it sounds like a magical time this week. What should we start with? They're all magical. I don't even know where to begin.
It is a magical time. We have Mercury moving into Aquarius, which is just setting the tone for the week. There's an exchange of ideas. There's getting together with groups and friends. It's a time of original, unique ideas, new information, surprises, maybe new technology. It's just a brilliant time for just putting your feelers out and just letting great ideas come to you.
Yeah.
The moon is also trine Uranus. It's part of the new moon picture. The new moon is on the 2nd.
That's right.
The moon conjuncts the sun at 13 degrees Capricorn at 1:33 p.m.
Eastern time.
And the moon trines Uranus. So the moon is in an earth sign. It trines Uranus in Taurus. So these new seeds, these new ideas, it's time to plant them.
Okay.
And you had a really cool card, Sarah.
Yeah. I mean, I always pull a card before we meet to do a reading just to sort of say, like, what's an aspect to think about? And the card that came up was the Ace of Pentacles off the top of the deck with the moon on the bottom of the deck. And this is my Rider-Waite Tarot deck for anyone who's interested. So I also then just looked it up in a book I use called Pathworking the Tarot by Lisa Robertson. She talks about aces. The Ace of Pentacles, she says, we are each a dream seed, full of untapped potential and waiting for the right set of conditions to burst forth, so we can be the best version of who we are and shine out our divine light into the world. And just hearing your opening here, it sounds like now is a time to plant those seeds and put them in the ground.
Yeah, it's a new moon. It's a new time. It's a new year.
Yeah.
And if you had ideas at the time of the solstice, revisit them. It's not too late to write those intentions down, to physically put them on paper or get them out somewhere where you're looking at them on a Post-it note so that you can start to affirm them into your reality. This is just an incredible week with, Monday, the moon is making a sextile to Neptune. The moon conjuncts Venus, conjuncts Pluto, and then the moon moves into Aquarius and conjuncts Mercury. So this whole new moon time between the first, you're going to be feeling it. The second it happens, the third is when the moon makes a sextile to Neptune, which is all about, again, imagination, opening up the feeling nature. The moon is in Capricorn still. It makes a conjunction to Venus, Pluto. So really just looking and feeling the beauty, going deep. And then the moon moves into Aquarius to conjunct Mercury. So again, kind of bringing up those new ideas. It will be really important just to pay attention.
Yeah.
I wanted to read Dane Rudhyar's An Astrological Mandala for Capricorn 13 degrees, which is a fire worshiper meditates on the ultimate realities of existence. So his keynote for this degree is the subjective quest for ultimates beyond the interplay of life and death processes. So again, it's this imaginative realm, kind of subjective quest. So he continues, beyond cultural enjoyment and the passion for accumulation of often unusable data of sense knowledge stands the willful and determined adventure in consciousness, in quote, of the occultist, the yogi, the mystic.
Yeah.
The mystery of fire has always captured man's imagination because it is the mystery of all transformation wrapped in the enigma of death. In times when collective, perhaps total, death could be in store for mankind, the process of subjective meditation is fascinating an ever greater number of people. So I'm taking that to mean that death is always with us, right? Pluto is there, Venus is there, conjunct Pluto.
Yeah.
really looking at it. Death is always with us.
Yep.
But what do you choose to focus on? Is it death or is it life? So the imagination this week, opening the imagination, is huge. On Wednesday, Venus sextiles Neptune, beauty and inspiration.
Yeah.
The moon will move into Pisces and make a conjunction to Jupiter. The creative, inspired, intuitive realm is open to us.
Okay.
On Thursday, the moon sextiles Uranus. Again, this available spontaneity, freedom, inspired vision. Uranus and Taurus, grounding those ideas and planting a seed. I mean, I think that what you said with your card, actually putting a seed in a plot of dirt.
Quite literally, getting a pot and a seed. It could be a flower, it could be an herb. And with the seed, planting that intention of whatever it is you wish to manifest.
Right. And so watering that seed.
Yes.
Letting that seed see light.
Yes.
Letting it germinate, bringing it forward. That could be a great way to focus your attention in an external way on an idea that you want to bring to life.
Right.
Because you're bringing your attention to it. You're bringing your life force to it.
Yes.
While you bring the seed to life, you will be bringing your intention to life.
And one key to that is that it does require a little bit of daily maintenance. And whether that is the literal seed you're planting or meditation or drawing or sketching or affirming what it is you want, it sort of does involve a daily practice of some kind to keep that idea alive. And it could be Googling that idea to see what research you need to do, or sketching out what it looks like, rough little sketches or whatever medium of creativity you use. And what I love about the plant idea is that it is actually a physical reminder there to water, tend, put in the sunlight, turn the pot. While you're tending to this seed you've planted, you're actually affirming the thing that you're trying to manifest.
Right. And that also feeds into the 13-degree Capricorn. A fire worshiper meditates on the ultimate realities of existence. The meditation is the focus.
Yes.
The fire is the focal point, but the meditation is what you bring to it.
Right.
There's lots of potential in this week to envision and be inspired.
Yeah.
On Friday, the moon conjuncts Neptune. And that's just, again, such an opportunity with Neptune. And the highest realm of the highest potential of Neptune is to re-envision the world, to bring in all of the good stuff, all the inspired knowledge of the collective.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the moon sextiles Venus and Pluto. So using the knowledge of the past, using the detritus, using what's left over from something that's gone.
Yes.
You can use what you have. You don't have to.
That's really interesting you say that, because another card I pulled today was, again, Louise Hay Power Thought card. And the affirmation she has is, I open new doors to life. That's on the short side of the card. But the longer affirmation is, I rejoice in what I have. And I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet with new wide open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. But this idea of what we have is good enough. We can use what we have. Maybe it needs to be brushed off, polished up.
Practiced.
Yeah. But we have it. You have it. You have it with you.
Exactly.
Can we just back up a second to sextiles, just to return to the astrology for a moment, because I'm hearing sextile a lot. What is the attribute of a sextile that sounds auspicious? This sounds like a good angle, a good aspect, a sextile.
Yes, it's a 60-degree angle between two planets, and it's a cooperative aspect. And so each energy of each planet encourages the other.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of work involved with a sextile. Like, it's a harmonized aspect. It doesn't have as much of a force as a trine does. A trine is just like a complete flow back and forth between the energies of the two planets are completely in exchange.
Yeah.
Which can get kind of, sometimes it can be too much. It just can be more of a flow than you can handle.
Like a rush.
Almost like a rush, right? But a sextile is more cooperative. You had a good analogy of a sextile.
I kept getting the image of two blacksmiths at an anvil, and they're banging away at whatever there is happening, but they're doing it in harmony, and there's a rhythm to it, and it feels good, and there's a collective sort of pounding out of whatever the idea or the concept is. Or I also had the image of lumberjacks, accomplishing getting a tree down with a giant saw. You find this rhythm, you find this groove, but you're working together. There's effort involved, but you're supporting each other in the action of what it is you're trying to create or build. So those were my two kind of mundane analogies. That's as you perfect. Were talking. I get these images perfect. Sometimes.
It totally works.
My imagination. Well, thanks for clarifying sextiles. I am so excited for this week. I mean, we've talked a lot about fire since we've been doing our program, between Vesta and the solstice and the sun. And I think it's a really great time, even just lighting a candle and fire gazing. You don't have to go create a bonfire, or if you don't have a fireplace, but the simple act of a candle and the magic of what a flame is and this transformational energy of the fire. I was thinking too, like the phoenix, how the phoenix has to go through this fire transformation to be reborn. And that could be an interesting way to think about ideas you want to manifest.
And that's really pertinent because the nodal axis is shifting out of Sagittarius, Gemini, where it's been for the last year and a half. And now it's moving into Scorpio, Taurus.
And those are the north node, south node. And the north node is future.
Right.
And south node is releasing of past.
Yes. And the south node is Scorpio and the north node is Taurus. So that image of a phoenix would be the releasing of the old in the south node.
Nice.
And that's coming up January 18th.
Wow. So exciting.
Yeah. And as we finish off the week on Saturday, the 8th, we have the sun conjunct Venus. So gathering with like kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's that second weekend.
The 8th, Saturday, the 8th.
Gathering with like kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reimagining ourselves, new ways of being in the world. That's the synopsis of the week.
Why not?
I think we're done.
Well,
I don't know what else to say.
Wow. I think you and I are in some sort of sextile collaboration today, because this one just sort of rolled right off the pages.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other aspects we need to touch upon. I mean, there is this moon with Uranus and Saturn, if we want to.
Yeah, I mean, we could just say, this is this ongoing, this is going to be operating in the background all this next year, all this year, 2022. This square between Uranus and Saturn.
Yeah.
And it was exact on the 24th of December. And now it's going in and out of phase because Uranus will move forward and then it will move backward, and Saturn will move forward and then it will move backward.
And the moon pings off of it.
But the moon will ping off of it. So the moon in Aquarius will be pinging this square between Saturn and Uranus, because the moon in Aquarius is going to make its own square. It's going to conjunct Saturn on the 4th, on Tuesday the 4th, and square Uranus. So the moon will highlight every week.
It's like an ongoing melodrama. Like, what is Saturn and Uranus going to do this week?
They're duking it out,
Yeah. And the moon shows up and has lots of feelings about it.
It does. It's a very personal issue, freedom versus control.
Yeah.
That is really part of the big picture, the picture that's operating in the big world.
Right.
In our small lives, we can look at the moon and say, okay, we're going to have some intuitive insights with the moon making these aspects to Neptune and with Mercury and Aquarius. But behind the scenes, the big guys are duking it out.
Yeah. It's such a delicate balance. So many things in balance.
Right.
Well, make sure you have lots of matches so you can light some candles. I don't know what seed I'm going to plant. What works well? So we're in a winter climate right now. If we wanted to plant a seed in a pot, like what would you recommend? A flower, an herb, a grass?
Oh gosh, you could take a slip of a plant. You could take a leaf of a geranium or a coleus and put it in water.
Ooh.
You could take an actual seed, but that's going to require a little more. You could sprout things.
Ooh, yeah.
You could try sprouting. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Look for a link below. Yeah.
You take a tablespoon of broccoli seeds and you put them in some water and soak them overnight, drain it, and then cover the dish. And overnight, they'll turn into sprouts.
And then you can eat them, and they're power-packed protein as well.
That's right.
Well, we'll put a link below to that. The thing I also just love about planting a seed is you can actually see it, and you can see it develop. And that sometimes we just need that physical reminder, because we too are seeds. We're planting seeds all the time with our thoughts. That's why we've got to be careful which seeds we're going to choose to envision.
Exactly.
It's exciting. Well, another power-packed week. Thank you for breaking it down for us.
Oh, and my pleasure.
Let's do it again next week.
Yeah, stay creative out there.
Stay creative out there. Find us on wherever you're finding us. But more importantly, please subscribe, share, tell your friends. And we've also started adding some bonus tracks to the weekly episodes, so you can look on YouTube for the bonus track material. So until next time,
take care, everybody. Happy envisioning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Sister Stargazers. Let us know what worked for you this week. Find us on Facebook and post a comment at Sister Stargazers.